Alright, well, that was a thing. Now, let's go and check out whether or not, this train is ruined. Because it had a mogul attached to it. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping for some physics improvements. They keep saying that stuff like physics improvements and, client, performance is their top priority. Huh? What? This is just the same engine. This is just the mogul. This is just the original cookie that we've had since the game launched. So let me get this straight. Unlike previous locomotives and rolling stock, instead of actually replacing the currently implemented thing with the new one, you just straight up put a new one in? There's now 2 cookies? There's now 2 cook moguls? So I have to go and actually replace them myself now? Because Kiyume couldn't be asked to have the game replace them like he's had the game do for every single other thing that's been replaced? I want to be positive about this because I have been looking forward to this update for 2 fucking months. And yet basic shit that I expected that would be consistent with what Kiyume's done in the past isn't fucking here. Except for one thing. Fucking up. So I gotta, by hand, replace my moguls. And that costs money. Money in which you can clearly see I don't have. Also, please excuse my disgusting, disheveled mug and my disheveled bed. I woke up, turned on my computer, saw that WHERES Online had the update out, and had to record. Because I've been thinking of doing news on WHERES Online for a while now. But, I am only just now getting to it because this is a big enough moment. So I am going to go ahead and head for the freight depot. Is it just my game, or is the Morse code not playing? Hi, Monty. Hi, Montezuma. Alrighty then, so let's have a look at the new trains. The skeleton car. This looks really good. This looks like... Yeah, this really does look like it'll be good for a new car to start with, or a new series of cars to start with at the very beginning of the game. Oh, there's no name portion on it. At least not that I can see. Yeah, rotating the camera around in this could use some work. Could definitely use some work. As well as the frame rate of it. Damn. Damn, look at how fucking choppy that is. Damn. This is the regular bolstered flat car. Oh, this stays now. I found a new bug, unless that was intentional, in which case, if that was intentional, the EBT hopper! The EBT hopper, does it have multiple? It does have multiple paint jobs. Ooh. Ooh. It looks nice in the black. Look at that. Awesome. That's cool. The coffin tank car. Oh boy, another one we've been waiting for a long time. Longer than the EBT hopper. If I remember correctly, this was actually the first car that was finished for the game, Kiyume. The first one, Kiyume. And it's taken this long to get it. Almost a year and a year and a half later, we finally get the first car that was finished for the game. Kiyume. Why? 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 So I'm assuming by the fact that it only has crate tools for the freight type, there's no livestock added to the game. I didn't pay particular attention to the map. But I'm assuming this means that there's no livestock industries added to the game. Which begs the question, fucking why? This is a livestock car, not a normal everyday boxcar. You could use it as an everyday boxcar, yes, because that's essentially what it is, a boxcar with holes in it. But I think I speak for everyone when I say that while it is awesome to finally have a stock car in the game, why? There's no good reason to have it in the game at all. There's no livestock industries, and the only freight type it carries is the exact same freight type that the boxcar carries, giving us less of a reason to use boxcars. Why? Why are you prioritizing useless rolling stock over stuff that would actually change up how the game works, like the 2-axle rolling stock that has also been ready since forever. The 2-axle rolling stock has been finished since the initial dev team, minus he who shall not apparently be fucking named. Kiyume, why do you hate boxcars? But what did boxcars ever do to you? So, funny thing, if Kiyume actually did add farms, such as, say, some sort of grain, and then a granary to produce feed for livestock, like cows, which would then be taken to a meat packaging plant, or meat processing plant, I should say, which would then be taken to a freight depot, that would actually give us more use for the boxcar. Because little railroad fact, back in the 1800s, before we had covered hoppers, we actually used boxcars to transport grain. Yeah, no, actually, we used boxcars to transport grain. What they would do is they would fill the boxcar up to typically about half, but I've also heard them do like 2/3 to 3/4 of the boxcar full. They would board up the doors to either half all the way up to 3/4 full, and then they would pour the grain in through a chute, kind of like how the coal elevator has, and they would just fill the boxcar up with grain. They would use boxcars to transport grain, and not sacks of grain. They would pour the grain into the boxcar. They'd board up the doors on the insides, and they'd pour it in. So that would give us another use for the boxcar. And it would give us a proper use for the fucking stock car. What's the fucking point? Why did you waste time on this? Legitimately, you did nothing but waste time working on the stock car. Fucking why? I will repeat what I said at the beginning. It is cool that we have a stock car in the game finally. Stock cars are one of the antithesis rolling stock of 3-foot narrow gauge. I think antithesis is the word. I don't remember. I'm still waking up. Porter. Woo! 10 mile! That's it? That's all she has for tractive effort? Where's the power? You said coal and power. Where's the power? I'm also surprised that coal is so far low. Like, seriously. Why is a coal-fired steam locomotive so quick to grab? That's kind of not right. Progression-wise, that doesn't seem right to me in the slightest. Class 48. Fuel type, wood. They were coal-fired. Oh, I forgot to check out, because I got caught up in my ranting. It does look very good, I gotta say. Stock car looks very good. Ooh, army green. C&S yellow. Mustard yellow. Katie yellow, if you will. I have no clue. And I really hope that the microphone is not picking that up. Because I'm going to continue, because I have no idea when that's going to stop. So what is the, So what are the liveries on 10 Mile? So there's this one. There's this one. Okay. They were green! My best friend Ethan's going to be happy about that. His favorite color is green, so he's going to be very happy that there's another green locomotive in the game. Outside of the Tweetsy engine. Nice. Alright, that's going to be my next purchase. I don't care that it only has 8,000 pounds of force for tractive effort. That's going to be my next locomotive I buy. Oh, that's the last paint job. Look at that, though. That's beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, that's gonna be my next locomotive I buy. What in the fuck? Oh, that's one of them Ridgeway arresters. Ah. Oh. Well. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That looks so stupid on the 10 Mile. No. Just all of a no. I'll stick with the copper cap. Or the brass cap. That's not copper, that's brass. What about the headlight? Okay. Pretty standard. Ooh, an actually circular headlamp. All right, I'm getting that one with it. Ooh, or maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. Or that one. Ah, I don't know. I'll probably do this one, actually, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't show up on the sides. It only shows up at the front. What about the back? Does it show up at the back? It does show up at the back. Yeah, this, Oh, it does show up. It shows up on this right here. Okay, what about tender? What the hell is tender? Alright. Tender is absolutely nowhere. Good to know. Ooh, nice. 10 Mile. Good addition. Good addition. I will accept this offering. Aw, boo! None of the other paint schemes for the Class 48 yet. Oh, I can actually put Michigan Central on these things now. Hey! Awesome! Hey, here's the Ruby Basin, another green locomotive. I know my best friend Ethan will be happy. It comes in black. Okay. Oh, and it comes in... It comes in this too. And this one. I know Ethan will be happy about this one. Okay, then. 13,000 pounds of tractive effort. Shit! That's as much as the Heisler. That has more than the Heisler. Shit, and because of the... It probably is also... Oh, and it's also outside frame. But it's also, Actually, no, I think it has about the same size drivers as the Heisler, if not slightly less. Hold on. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. Why is there a difference? Why are these both here? Why? The 260. The Cook 260 was never wood burning. Ever. This is a sin. If the point of the game is historical accuracy, this is a massive sin. And I don't want to hear no, oh, railroads would have used whatever they had. No. Nuh-uh. That's not how fireboxes work, dumbasses. This does look very good, though. I like it with the brass and the mahogany cab. I don't know how else to describe that. Maybe cedar, actually. Probably pine, some sort. Ooh. Straight black. Classic. Straight black with a mahogany cab. They added the blue paint job! They added the blue paint job! I didn't think they were going to, because they did it for the 280! Oh! Alright. No, Despite the complaints that I might have about the rest of this update, I accept this offering. I accept this peace offering for this update. I am happy. I am so happy. You have no idea how much pure joy this brings me. I am so happy. Don't mind me, you've just caught me down the Fomer rabbit hole. Why is the stack blue? I thought the stacks were black on those. Huh. Oh well, more blue for me. So every single smokestack on that is blue. Okay. I know I've seen one of these in blue with that smokestack, and it was not blue. Here's Christmas. The 260 and the 280 both have Christmas paint jobs. I really want to know who the hell painted these in Christmas colors. Who painted the 260 and the 280 in Christmas colors? Please sound off in the comments. I must know what railroad painted these in Christmas. There's nothing new here. The Tweetsy locomotive? Ooh. Okay then. So there's two greens. Okay, there's this green and there's this green. Ethan will be happy. Ooh, that looks really good in the black. 16,000 pounds of tractive effort. Is that more than the Class 70? Yes, it is, actually. It does have a lot more PSI than the Class 70. The driver diameter. Yeah, I'm thinking the Tweetsy engine is probably going to go slightly slower than the Class 70 would. Just based on the wheel diameter and the position of the rods on the wheels. Yeah. It is a good looking engine. I'm not a big fan of seeing a colorful locomotive and painting it black. But she looks damn good in black. I have to say. I just realized, what the fuck is this smoke box? Why is it so fucking long? This is not an issue with QMA. I'm taking this up with Baldwin Locomotive Works. It's a vibe. I'm just not sure if it's an uncomfy one or not. Oh, and of course, it's another deckless locomotive. Great, because most of the locomotives in the game aren't deckless. I recognize that they're not technically classified as a deckless locomotive, but by that I mean the smoke box sticks it, or not the smoke box, the firebox sticks into the cab about halfway and goes past where the engineer sits. That's what I am counting as a deckless locomotive. We've only got 4 deckless locomotives. I'm not counting the handcar. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 engines, only 4 of them are deckless. Over 2/3, just over 2/3 of the locomotives in the game are deckless. Can we get some non-deckless locomotives, please? I think the 125s weren't deckless. I think the 125s were not deckless. You could have added a 125 QMA, since that's clearly pretty ready to go. You could have added a 125. That wouldn't have been deckless. And it would have been power. Here's the power. This one locomotive is the power. Well, okay, hold on. What was Ruby Basin? Yeah, Ruby Basin's pretty powerful for a tank engine. But when I think power in this game, I think Class 70. And I will from now on consider the Tweetsy locomotive power. The Heisler, power. The Climax, power. This is not power. This is laughable. This actually kind of is power, but yeah, okay, Ruby Basin's powerful because it's a 280, which means it is less prone to slipping, and it has the same amount of tractive effort as the Heisler. Actually, this has 150 psi. Heisler has 160 psi. Okay. So, yeah. Cook 280 is power. And speed. Cook 280 is speed and power! Class 70 is power, 15,000. Tweetsy is power, 16,000 and a half. You know what also would be powered? You know what also would be power? A 125. 125 has, like, over twice as much tractive effort. If not, somewhere around twice as much tractive effort. Generally speaking, Class 125 has twice as much tractive effort as the Class 70. I think it is actually just slightly less than twice the tractive effort. That would be power. That would be power. Where's the power? Where's the 125? That you teased forever fucking ago. Alright, so facilities. Okay, on the plus side, it is a run-through shed. I will not knock that. Okay, alright, so I can more accurately recreate the sheds at, Huckleberry. Good to know. Okay. This one I recognize, actually. Whoop. Actually, hold on. 400, does that store... It does! This stores more water. Look at that up there. It says 400 on it. This stores more water than the original water tower does. Despite the barrel looking smaller. How does that make any sense, Kiyume? Maybe he's planning on changing the original water tower in some way. Maybe he's gonna give this one like 600 water, and then this one will probably be the starting tower from now on. Actually, no, now that I think about it, the barrel... Hold on, maybe it was just the perspective fucking with me? No. These apparently appear to have a similar volume. Because this one's shorter, but it's wider. This one's taller, but it's narrower. So these do appear to have a similar volume. That makes no sense, Kiyume. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. And then what the fuck is this thing? This one also stores 400. I can kind of see that because it's a square. A square that has the same width, length, and height of a barrel tends to have more volume, internal volume, than a round one will. Than a barrel will. But, here's the thing. The square is shorter, noticeably. So, again, this makes no sense when you consider the original water tower. The original water tower should hold more than the square or the circle, the other circular water tower. Don't get me wrong, both of these are cool, but it just don't make much sense, you know? Here's the coaling tower. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, why? Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, hey, Trek! Ah, we don't have to guess where to hook it up to. We just do. Nice. Whoop. I went inside the shed there accidentally. Awesome. Oh! That does mean that I can replace these sheds, because these sheds are supposed to be, like, extra long sheds for larger locomotives, as well as private locomotives. I'll have to do some testing with that. Yeah. So I guess this is getting split into 2 parts. That'll be lovely. I'm still Kiyume. Kiyume. Kiyume! You had no qualms with replacing the Class 70 here and letting everyone's trains get screwed up. You had no qualms with replacing the standard rolling stock and letting everybody's trains get screwed up. Why do you have a qualm with replacing the Cook 260 and screwing everybody's trains up? Why do you have a problem with that? That makes no sense. That is not consistent in the slightest, Kiyume. If Kiyume is one thing, it is inconsistent. And one thing that I kept saying to people is that we were getting the 125, because it was said that previously teased locomotives, not all of them, but previously teased locomotives, would be added. The only previously teased locomotive we got was the Mason Bogie. And that was teased after the 125. The 125 had a silhouette shot and everything, meaning that while it probably wasn't 100% complete at the time, it was complete enough to show off the model of. Where's the power? Where's the 125? I never would have thought that the stock car would have been added with this update. Because what's the fucking point? When they said they were adding previously teased items, I thought, oh, we're getting coal-fired. And it's going to take a lot of power to move a lot of coal. We're probably going to get the 125. Another thing, a bunch of data miners apparently found out that the Class 48, no, not Class 48. Is it Class 48 or Class 38? Hold on. Class 48. This fucking thing is already written into the code. It's already written into the game files not 100%, but mostly written into the game files already, that this locomotive is coal-fired. And that was before the coal update. This locomotive is ready to be converted to coal by the developers. The reason why is because it was coal-fired. And if you're sitting here thinking to yourself, about to type down, oh, well, maybe they didn't do it because we need locomotives that are wood-fired early on. It's also a lesser tier than the hopper is, so we couldn't get coal for it, even if we wanted to. $10 Clearly that's not an issue for the developers. Or, excuse me, developer, Kiyume. Clearly, tier is not an issue to Kiyume. Otherwise, 10 wouldn't be available so early on, when you can't even get hoppers yet. Another thing I would like to point out, this is more so my opinion than anything else, but another thing that I would like to point out is that while Kiyume wasted his time getting the stock car in-game and working, when there's no need for it at all, there are other pieces of rolling stock that could be added to the game that would actually bring interesting and unique new ways of playing the game. That would freshen up the gameplay. That being the 2-axle stock. It was said that there were going to be multiple pieces of rolling stock, and there were. But Kiyume really did the bare minimum here. And one piece of the bare minimum is completely fucking useless. Well, not useless, but absolutely pointless. He could have added the 2-axle stock. He could have. He's the sole developer of the game. And the 2-axle stock is also completely done, as per a leaked version of the previous rolling stock tech tree. Now, that 2-axle stock has gone through multiple development teams, which means that it's something that Kiyume himself wants to add to the game, or at the very least, it heavily implies. So where's the 2-axle stock? Because that's done. That's all finished. Why couldn't we get that? That would have brought new, unique, and interesting ways and challenges to the game. Optional and required. Thankfully, we do get that with the skeleton car. We do get that with the skeleton car, thankfully. Because that does bring a new and interesting way to start out the game. That has been me. I have been Samgineer, and I hope you all have a much more wonderful day than I have. Each wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. See you later, guys.